Hello everyone, I8036SX, and this Thinkpad, the R52, that has made many appearances on this channel, needs some surgery. It needs a little love. It has a dead CMOS battery, but unfortunately, it's not quite obvious on how you get to it. So, that's where I come in. Now, precursor, fair warning, disclaimer, whatever you want to call it, already tried to look under the keyboard. And unfortunately, it is not under the keyboard. Nowhere to be seen. There's a ramp cover underneath. It's not there either. So, what we're going to do, since I already have the keyboard removed, I am going to just get it out of the way for now. You owe it to yourself to get some spudger tools if you don't have them already, whether they're plastic or metal. That is up to you. A little bit of both. Let's get that keyboard out of the way, because you will need to remove it, because this whole palm rest, or most of the palm rest, will have to be lifted up. So let's get right to work. We have a very nice labeling system. I don't know if you can see it. I'll bring it to you. How about that? If you look on the right, or in my case, it's the middle of the video, you'll see screws with numbers on them. 1 is the shortest, 2 second shortest, 3/4, and 5. So make sure you pay attention to where the screws go. But IBM made it real easy. Compaq used to do something like that, but they don't anymore. Well, let me clarify that even more. They don't do anything these days because they got bought out by HP. But, anywho, let's get to work here. So we're going to start with this row of 2s on the bottom that you can now see. So yeah, there's 5 of them to start on that row alone. And if it doesn't have a number next to it, I'm not going to bother with it at this time. If I have to bother with it, then I will bother with it. But right now, I don't have to bother with it. These are all 2s, so very similar to the HP EliteBook 2760p that I had to replace a CMOS battery for, or at least it's shaping up to be that way. But also a needle nose, pliers, or tweezers, something to get these difficult to remove screws out, is a recommended tool to have in your arsenal. Today we're going to use Old Reliable here. Sometimes you're going to have to do this the fashion way and just dump the screws out. I think I could do this with one hand. 1, there's 2. Excellent. So you got 5 screws removed. We've spent entirely too much time on this madness. So we're going to remove some 5s, some 4s, and some 3s. So I'll start on this side with the 3. And a 4. There should be a 3 here, but that's a keyboard, so I'm not going to sleep over that one. Well, I'm not going to because it's already out. This one on the very left is a 5. And we got 2 of them that are not quite there. So let's remove. Oh, we had it. We freaking had it. I don't like dumping the laptop like that. We're going to dump it again. Both these 4s are being 4s. And since they're exactly the same size, I'm going to put them next to the 3s. Oh, you got another row of screws, I believe, or do I? Hold on here. And so yeah, you got, if you haven't replaced the keyboard, removed the keyboard, you have 2 here. They're 3s. And in the next row, there is going to be 5 screws total. You have a 3 here, a 1, a 1, a 1, and a 3. So those will need to go next. Pick a screw and start, I guess. I had a friend of mine years ago, they said they made these Thinkpads. They made them so you can work on them. If in the case of this part, I think IBM could have done slightly better, but we'll see in a second if the numbered screws are going to allow us to get into the inside of this unit. They have the numbers in the screws, so I guess that's kind of the truth that they still allow you to work on them. Or they did back in 2000, early mid-2000s. In this case, it's going to be May 2005. At least that's the manufacture date on this particular system. Screw that will not come out. Keep going. There. That'll do it. Come on. Well, whatever. We just gotta make a point to rescue that screw. So all the screws in theory should be out. And, oh, look at that. It is actually coming off, and I see this battery already. So, unless this comes off nice and easy, which, okay, it does. Okay, so there's the palm rest. And right there, this is definitely an original to this system. Since it's dead already, or at least it's telling me that it's dead, let's pull her out. And you can tell that it's original, or it appears to be an IBM part number, because it has IBM part numbers on it. And if you are making this by yourself or on your own, this is a JST micro. It's a 1.25 millimeters apart. I'm trying to get my camera to work with me. It's not working, but there you go. So it's a JST micro, 1.25 millimeters in spacing. In fact, I will go get one of those cables right now. Yep. Definitely a JST micro 1.25. We get the camera to cooperate. Yeah. So let's see if IBM's actually telling the truth. Since we're already beating this horse to death, let's see what we can prove or disprove our theory of a dead CMOS battery. Although I do believe it's telling the truth. So let's see what we can do here. Let's get our multimeter out quick. And hold on, let's see if we can open this wider. Get this away from the light. You don't even have to reverse any pins when if you're electing to build a replacement. 2.44. Yeah, it's gone. Not as gone as I thought it was going to be, but I'm going to guess this laptop's, well, it's 18 years old. And I wouldn't be surprised if that's the original, but it did get a lot of use before I got my hands on it. I bought it from a gentleman that was down on their luck. COVID was at the peak. He got laid off, and I said, "Hey, look, you're only selling it for 30. I'll take it off your hands for that much. No big deal." And I've been using this on and off for my YouTube stuff since till now. But yeah, so I will get this built, and it's just a standard CR2032 on the inside. And yeah, and it looks like they did shrink wrap it quite a bit, so that's probably how I'm going to follow suit with this one as well. So, wish me luck, and we'll go from there. Well, that's the end result. Kind of a failure already if you ask the traditionalists. The cutting isn't perfect, the camera work is shoddy right now. And I should have made it yellow. I think some people will come out and tell me and say that, but, you know, at the end of the day, it's got to work. It's got to provide voltage. And I didn't have any shrink wrap, yellow shrink wrap that would have fit that battery comfortably. And you're going to point to, well, what about this? That's 36 millimeters. Way too big. But one step I should have done beforehand, I think they're good, but you never know. You do get defective batteries from time to time. Ooh, we lost it. And, yeah, kind of... Ah, come on. We had it. We freaking had it. Well, I believe it's good. .15. Yep, so that battery's definitely good. I think it's starting to lose a little juice after sitting on a shelf for 3 years, but that is definitely within spec of what is considered to be a good lithium coin battery. The lithium metal batteries. So this is expires in March 2030, and this is being recorded in December 2023, so we're fine. At the end of the day, if this fits, doesn't short out, who gives a damn? Now, if you're not a regular of this channel, you may, well, if you are a regular of this channel, you probably do know, but so those that not, I do sell batteries like this on my eBay store under 80486SX. Very similar, but not equal name. YouTube wouldn't let me have the 4 names, so that's why it's 3 on this platform, but this is one I'm not going to ever sell, or at least not anytime soon. Simply because you can buy these for basically nothing. I kid you not, you probably pick up one of these for basically, oh, let's ship it for shipping costs. So let's see here, R52. We're going to do this the rough way here, but yeah. This, my friends, is exactly why I am not going to be building batteries for these at this time. Well, maybe. A lot of Chinese options. But maybe once these other 2 sellers start to fall off, maybe we do consider that. But as of today, go on eBay, go on your other stores that have a well-established way of building these, and go about it that way. Now, we gotta fit this puppy in here. I may have made mine too big. I don't know. I think I made the wire on the long side. That was probably one of my mistakes here, but I think that should be okay. It's not shorting on anything, so I am going to go ahead and put this back together. So do bear in mind, this component in the upper right does appear to slide in, so you have to, maybe, well, yeah, it's a precision fit. That I don't have right. Or do I? Oh, I gotta open it backwards here. Okay, let's do this again. Yeah, there's a little tab in the back that has to slide into. Just pay attention to that. Let's see if I can get it to the camera here. So, right where my finger is, there's a little tab there. If it's not sliding in there, the palm rest is not going to go back in its proper place. And bear with me while I do this. I'm going to do this part off of camera just because I'm having a hard time with it. If I go on a bench, so I'm just going to assume just do it like that and be on our way. Everything's pretty much in. Alright, so here's the computer. And here's our screw that refused to fall out for the longest time. At least I believe it is. So, let's start putting screws back in. Again, just an ordinary Phillips head screwdriver. Good. Maybe not quite the right Phillips head screwdriver for this exercise, but these are grabbing, so far so good. We have a 3 here. It's a solid 3. We're going to put the keyboard ones in last because I don't have the keyboard in yet. So I'm just going to move to the this row here, which I just realized is no longer in camera. I just heard there was a 5 lurking here, but I guess not. And if you have a screw that's not quite grabbing like the one I just attempted to put in, it's probably because your cover is not on quite correctly, or there's another issue. Went in without issue. There we go. That one finally went in. It's a 4. We are going to skip this one in the middle here because the keyboard is not in yet. Another 4 goes in. Holy mackerel, these take a while. There we go. And our lone 5. Where is our lone 5? And then finally, I know the bottom row is going to get cut off on the camera here, but we have our number 2 screws that need to go in next. Come on. I know, I suppose I could cut this part out, but that's alright. A good old-fashioned I-80386SX YouTube video once in a while, am I right? We got 3 in, working on number 4. It's in. And finally, our fourth to last screw is going to be in a minute. Maybe seconds. Alright, we are in. And let's flip our computer, Thinkpad, back up. And we got a very important step is we want to make sure that the trackpad is connected if you have one. If I'm a guessing person, there's probably a small handful of these that, what is wrong with that? I don't like the way that's mounted, but maybe it's okay, maybe it's not. Let's look at it. Oh, no, it looks like that. I don't like the way this is mounted. Oh, never mind. I think I just fixed it. Yes, I know I needed a flashlight for additional lights. Isn't that crazy? I don't like the way that's sitting either, but I think that was always like that. But yeah, so apparently this needed to move just a little bit, and all that fits nicely. Onto the keyboard. Keyboard is about to be in. And you want to slide the keyboard. This part slides in, and then you have tabs that grab on the bottom. There's a few of them. Now, if you ever got to lift that keyboard out, you just use a spudger tool, and I just kind of just go in like so. This one's nice and tenderized, so I didn't have to do much of anything. So that is pretty much it for that. Did I dare put the other 3 screws in? Yeah, let's put the other 3 screws in. And there we go. Some of these screws feel like they go on forever, but all right, we are together. I didn't realize this till now. This is an original IBM battery, and it still holds really good charge, like 3 to 4 hours, which was basically brand new back then. Granted, it's an expanded capacity battery, but still, that's pretty good for a battery that's probably on the side towards it being 20 years old. Here we go. Smoke test. If your keyboard is not in already, make sure it's snapped in. I don't know if I like this. This might be building up to the moment where tells us where the CMOS battery is depleted. Yep. I know you can almost see that. So let's go to date and time. Let's find my... Oh, this thing's called watches, so we know it's 12/27/2023. That is 22:40. Good enough. F10. Should boot a little faster this time. At least I would hope. Maybe? There is a disk in the drive, so that might have something to do with it. There we go. Now we're getting back to business here in no time. Gather some of the tools I can put away here while that's booting up. And we may not get far. We are not going to get far. All right. So that is all she wrote. I can move the mouse. Keyboard works. The pencil eraser clip mouse works. So, yeah, that's pretty much all she wrote on this. So, I'm gonna call that a success. Now, one last thing I'd like to do. Let's pop this puppy open. Let's get the shrink wrap off here. Let's see what they use for. I'm just curious to see what IBM used in the day for their CMOS batteries. A very well designed shrink wrap. I can tell you that much. Let's shut the computer. I just want to see what brand this is. I want to see. Okay. I'm going to play hardball. Alright, we are. Let's see if the needle nose pliers can have its way with it. So, it kind of went the way of Apple. There is absolutely no solder on this battery whatsoever. Which probably in a way is probably better. But these things do not like heat. Nor do most electronics. But, okay, this is a Panasonic. It's a standard CR2032, like the label said. And I cannot get it to focus to save my life. Alright, we're gonna rough it with the light here. We're still working out some tweaks with this. Yep, Panasonic CR2032. Absolutely no solder on that, it's just spot welds and crimping. And I probably could have reused most of this stuff. I know some people like to glue these on. I don't recommend that, but if you have a spot welder, you could have just removed these and used it on a new battery. But we're done with that now, so that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions or comments or constructive criticism, as always, you may leave them in the comments section. And as always, thank you for watching. Have a good one.